or anywhere in this administration where classified information is used in a place where it shouldn't be. And I would suggest that somebody that alleges that, when they know it doesn't happen, owe people an apology. Any briefing that's done here in order to ensure that the information that's in the public is correct is done in conjunction with many agencies and done so so that information that is classified and shouldn't be released isn't released. And in this case, obviously, it was not.
So Bond owes you an apology? Bond owes the president an apology?
I would no. I don't think Bond is alleging that the president was in the briefing. Hold on. Just this is an important question, Lester. The notion that somehow the White House, in conjunction with agencies involved in this interrogation, gave out classified information. Yes, I think an apology on that is owed because it's not true. And I think anybody that was involved in knowing in the Senate Intelligence Committee what was briefed and what was reported would know that that wasn't violated. Again, Major, I don't want to speak for Senator Bond in why, if he was briefed on Monday, why on Tuesday, why does he say that the Abdul-Muttalib the result of his refusal to cooperate after he was Mirandized? Why does Senator Bond continue to knowingly not have information, curb what he's saying, or is this a bunch of politics?
So he owes an apology to whom?
I think he owes an apology to the professionals in the law enforcement community and those that work in this building, not for Democrats and Republicans, but who work each and every day to keep the American people safe and would never, ever, ever knowingly release or unknowingly release classified information that could endanger an operation or an interrogation. Again, I think that the reason that charge is made is only to play politics. I actually don't believe that he thinks that's a serious allegation. I think that is, I think if you look at the letter, it's clearly, this is about politics. Michael.
What message does the president plan to deliver tonight at the two DNC fundraisers?
I think he'll continue to talk about some of what he's talking to the leaders today, some of what he's talked to Democrats and Republicans about, the need to continue to push forward on an agenda to get our economy moving again, to make our country safer. He will also take some questions at one of these events from folks from Organizing for America.
Does he suggest the best way forward on his agenda, or just talk about the need for it?
The best way forward is to get it through the House and the Senate. Jeff.
Robert, do you know if the president has submitted a statement on behalf of his aunt, who's in a deportation hearing for the second time today in a Boston courtroom?
The president learned of this information, as you probably know, on the campaign trail, I think in early November of 2008 when it came out. We said then, and we would continue to say, that everybody in this country should and must follow the law. We have not been involved at all in that hearing, and we'll let the law play out as it should. And I would refer you to ICE for any other comments on what happens with the hearing.
Question though, he did not submit a statement to.
No, he has not. Since this information came to light, again, I believe, I don't have the exact date, early November of 2008, he has not spoken with her at all.
Did he help at all with her legal representation, or did anyone in his family help with?
He did not. He has not. The family has not. This is an issue. This is a legal issue, and the president strongly believes that the law must be followed by everyone.
Real quick ones, Robert. Are we going to hear from the president tomorrow about jobs?
Yes, I think I was supposed to announce that we are around noon tomorrow. We'll travel to a small business in Maryland to talk about some of the issues that we've talked about relating to small business tax cuts, increased lending, getting our economy moving again, and he'll make remarks there.
Robert, a question on jobs.
I'm sorry, can I
I
come
get
back
there.
to-
Don't worry. Don't worry.
I want
I'm going to go twice as long as Bill.
And I want to come back to the Abdul Muttalib. I want to come back to the Abdul Muttalib issue.
Sure.
You spoke of the inadvertent release of the fact that the suspect was now cooperating. Is the president upset that that happened?
I don't want to characterize information.
Any words with the people who were responsible for it having
That,
been disclosed?
not that I'm aware of, but I can check. Ann?
Dalai Lama is not a leader of a foreign power. What is the nature of his invitation here? Is he invited in as
The
a
Dalai
personal
Lama.
guest?
I can check with NSC. I don't. The president meets with folks in the White House all the time that aren't foreign leaders.
Whether it's an Oval Office visit or whether he's got.
Yeah, I honestly don't have any information on where the meeting will take place. Mara.
I have a question about OFA. One of the striking features of all of the off-year elections we've had so far is the absence of the, what you might call Obama voters or emergent voters, all those people that he brought in to the electorate in 2008 and that OFA was going to try to keep energized and active. I'm wondering what his message is going to be to them tonight.
Look, I think he will talk about what we have at stake, the important progress that we have made in the first year, and the steps that we must continue to take on a whole host of issues that he campaigned on for more than 2 years. In terms of specifics for OFA, I'd point you over to the DNC. Lester, let's take a crack.
Thank you so much. In his commendable concern for the unemployed, the president would be gratified if Katie Couric would share 14.5 of her widely reported $15 million salary to rescue those hundreds of CBS employees laid off, so she would still have an income similar to the president's, wouldn't he?
Chip, Chip is, no. Look, Lester, Lester, I'm happy to answer questions on policies that the government.
This is unemployment.
Lester, I don't think it's appropriate for me to get into the compensation of a network any more than it is for me to get into your compensation.
In this time of such financial problems, why does the president believe that all taxpayers should have to pay $420 million a year or more than $8 million a week to subsidize public broadcasting, whether or not they watch or listen?
Public broadcasting provides a great service to people who, in times of economic downturn, don't listen to the radio or can't buy cable TV in an order.
To the radio.
I know you think that, Tommy. Yeah, go ahead.
Oh, yeah, thanks. Yeah, just a clarification from the Muttalib issue. Did the president know in advance that Abu Muttalib would be Mirandized?
I'm sorry?
The president know in advance that Abu Muttalib
I go back and
would
look
be
at the timeline. Those decisions were made, as you know, by the Attorney General, by the FBI, and done so in conjunction and in accordance with agencies throughout the government.
Right. I understand he was notified before the indictment, but before the Mirandizing on Christmas Day was.
The answer that I have is I don't have the timeline with me. April?
Robert, on an issue that's been since...
Don't worry, we're far afield on issues today, so fire away, my friend.
On an issue from way back in the Clinton administration, the black farmers, President Obama put in for a settlement of $1.2 billion. We understand today that the White House has been informed that a settlement is very close for the black farmers, and the Justice Department is working it out. Does this end the whole dispute after all these years if this is approved?
April, let me get information on where the settlement is before I talk on it.
But wait, I want to ask one thing though. When the president did propose this for the 2010 budget, how important is this for this president to rectify this situation?
Well, look, obviously,